Hello, I just got back from Costco. I filmed a little shop with me for Costco's Latest. And I figured I wasn't even planning on doing a haul. I don't have a meal plan, nothing like that. This is just like me going through the store thinking, yep, we need some more of that. Yep, we need some more of that. Ooh, that looks interesting and good. And before I knew it, my cart was absolutely full. So I guess I'll show you everything that I got from Costco. A few new items. They did have a pumpkin. I don't want to talk about it. It's July, like settle down, you know? But thankfully they also still had watermelon. So let me show you everything I got from Costco. I didn't even get meat or anything like that, and I could probably use some. So this isn't even like a monthly Costco haul, I feel like. Oh, it's sad, it hurts my wallet. I also have eggs down here, but otherwise that is the haul as a whole. I've been juicing a lot lately, so I got a lot of stuff to juice. I'm gonna start out with the frozen items or the ice cream items because the kids are already like chomping at the bit for these. And I'm pretty sure they need to go in the freezer because they took a 30-minute car ride because I hop around to different Costco's in my area, and this one happens to be like 30+ minutes from me. And then it sat in my grocery cart as I was shopping around Costco for probably way too long. So anyway, I got some True Fruit. That is a family favorite, and I feel like it's a healthier option, right? It's fruit, frozen, and then you plop some chocolate on it, make it a healthy treat. And then over here, probably less healthy, these junior cones. And by the looks of it on the package, I was expecting more of a Trader Joe's size baby cone, but these are like teenagers, okay? Junior cones over here. I would show it to you what it looks like unwrapped, but I don't like ice cream, so I'm gonna throw these in the freezer. I'll be right back. All right, next up, I did get another bag of limes. I'm running low on everything I need to juice, so I thought I'd just stock up a little bit, just a little bit. So I got another bag of limes. I juice, well, if they're this big, I'll use maybe one per juicing session. Sometimes two if they're smaller. Depends on how limey I want it to taste, you know? And then also I've been cooking a lot with these, the marinades. I always like to add some citrus. I think it elevates every dish. You guys know, fresh herbs, fresh citrus, that's what they do. And then I grabbed some raspberries. My kids will eat these all in one sitting if I allow it to happen, and usually I do because I feel like, oh, it's something healthy, right? It's nature's candy. I also grabbed a carton of strawberries, just one. I feel like these go bad pretty quickly, but these were a decent price. I don't think they're in season, but like everything's GMO these days, right? So everything's in season all the time, for the most part, except for honeydew. I'm waiting on honeydew melon season. I have half a honeydew waiting in my fridge. I kind of want to juice it. I found a juice that's like honeydew melon. It's all green stuff. Grapes. I forgot. Pears maybe, something else. I don't really know, but I'm gonna have to go look on my Pinterest board for some of that. We'll see how it tastes. I'm not really sure. I also grabbed a couple of salad kits. These are for tonight. We, have people over all the time, and I like to serve them food because I'm Italian, and that's just what we do. And I usually have more food than what we need, but again, that's the Italian in me. I would always rather have more than not enough. And so instead of one bag, because one bag typically feeds just my family alone, and even that is like, ugh, I kind of wish there was a little bit more in there, because we're a larger family. So I grabbed 2 bags, and I will be serving other things alongside it, so I feel like 2 is going to be fine. I grabbed some cucumbers. I did, see, here's the top of that one ice cream. I grabbed some more cucumbers. I do have a few from, I think I went to Publix a few days ago at this point, and I grabbed some from Publix, and they were a pretty penny, okay? But we go through cucumbers a lot. My kids eat them raw. They just take a knob off of it and gnaw on it. It's all good. And I like to juice them because it's so refreshing and so delicious. And even so, I'll make salads with them. Just chop it up, put a little Italian dressing on there, Olive Garden Italian dressing. It is so, so good. My kids love it. It's a quick, easy side dish for dinner, right? And it's a vegetable. Fruit? I don't even know at this point. What is a tomato? What is a potato? It's nothing. It's a starch. Okay, anyway, I also grabbed a pineapple. I should have probably grabbed 2. I thought I had one in my fridge. I didn't see it. I think I juiced it yesterday and I should have known. I should have known, always get more. But I just grabbed one and I feel like, well, that's good enough. I'll juice it tonight or eat it. My daughter actually already asked me, hey, can you chop that up? I really want some. And I was like, okay. You eat half and I'll juice half, all right? And then I grabbed some Cosmic Crisp apples. We literally don't have any apples left, maybe one. I packed lunch for us today. We were out all day. I had doctor's appointments and running all over the place, all over tarnation. So I packed a lunch and, you know, trying to eat a little healthier. I feel like they should have more fruit stands around, you know? I want something quick and easy, like fast food, but fast fruit. Fruit and vegetable. I just want to grab something quick and easy. But it was just as quick and easy for me to chop up an apple, add a little thing of peanut butter, and I packed other things too, but that was just one of the things. But I chopped up my last apple, I'm pretty sure. Great for snacking, baking, and entertaining. You know, when I think of entertaining, I think Cosmic Crisp apples. They nailed it. I also grabbed some of these because my kids love them. They're going to camp all week this week, and I think next week? Yeah, next week too. So this is a nice, easy one to throw in the lunch boxes. Some of them stay all day. They don't even all go. It's just a couple of them go, and it's been like, you know, here, this very sporadic. Anyway, short story long, I grabbed a couple of these. It's a quick, easy lunch. I feel like it's a healthier option. It's the Santa Fe style with chicken with the salsa ranch dressing, and it's absolutely delicious. So I would recommend that flavor, even though if I saw it in the grocery store, because I used to get these whenever we were traveling, I would never buy this one. I always bought like the Cobb salad or I don't know, the other varieties. So when I initially saw this at Costco, I thought, ugh. But then I brought it home and ate it, and I was like, ooh, see how it turned around so quick like that? I also grabbed some baby spinach. I grab like 2 big handfuls of this whenever I'm juicing, throw it in there. And then whatever I don't use, it's starting to go bad, I just bag it up, throw it in my freezer. And then when I have enough, I will saute it for dinner to feed about 1 person, okay? Because you know how much it wilts down. I also grabbed some pears. You know, I don't know what I was thinking with pears. My kids always say they like pears, but they only like them when they're really, really hard. And then after that, I'm like, anyone want a pear? And no one does. So once these go, a little, I mean, they're very hard. So once they go a little soft, I'll probably juice those as well. And then I grabbed a bundle of bananas because, well, I shouldn't have, because we have a fresh bundle over there. But again, my kids are very picky and they're like, no brown spots, por favor. And I'm like, you know what? I aim to please. I'll make some banana bread with the brown spots, okay? I also grabbed a bag of broccoli florets. I should have grabbed 2 of these. That was an oversight, but I also feel like one's enough. In the back of my mind, I thought, you know what I'm gonna make? Broccoli cheddar soup. Who wants soup when it's 90 degrees outside? I don't know, probably everyone. With the AC pumping, I'll eat some soup. Shoot, my kids love broccoli cheddar soup. I love Panera. Alex says it tastes like hospital food, and I'm like, are you joking? Like, take me to the hospital that serves Panera. You know what I mean? I will be there. I'll be there with bells on. I'll break my own leg so I could stay the night at the hospital, get a full night's rest, and broccoli cheddar soup. Like, don't threaten me with a good time, you know what I mean? I also grabbed some corn. Literally, Wolfgang, whenever we're at the grocery store, he sneaks in a can of corn. I don't know how he does it. At least one every single time I'm at the checkout, I pull it out and I'm like, when did you even get a can of corn? When did we go down the aisle? But anyway, brought this inside. Everyone was bringing in groceries and he was like, you got corn. He was literally so excited. My kids love corn. Quick, easy side dish. Well, quick, I don't know. I boil it. And then I think what they really love is the way that I serve it. After I boil it for, I don't know, 5-10 minutes until it's tender, I I drain it and then I let it sit with a stick of melted butter. I feel like we don't eat all of the butter because, you know, it just kind of sits at the bottom of the pan, but you roll it in the butter and it's just so delicious. I think that's what they actually like, but you know, corn, it's got the juice. I also grabbed some kiwi. These are looking mighty fine. I was running out of the green kiwi. I have the golden kiwi for whatever reason. Like, that's not my jam, okay? I love the tartness of a green kiwi. Give it to me. And you know what? Where's the kiwi propaganda? When are we going to hear, when is it going to have its resurgence? Like cauliflower had its moment. Cauliflower was in everything. It transformed. It turned into a carb. It was amazing. When are people going to start talking about kiwi in that manner? I'm just saying, because kiwi has more vitamin C than an orange. And that's what oranges are known for, right? More potassium than a banana. And that's what bananas are known for, right? It's a good source of fiber, 15% value of your vitamin E right there. All in just one just eat one in the morning. Some people eat the skin and I say, are you crazy? Okay. I also grabbed some grapes and Eleanor was already picking through them and she's like, you got moldy grapes. And I was like, you know what? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to, you know? Sometimes she makes like Jello grapes and puts them in the freezer. I don't know what she does. She takes like lime juice and like Jello powder and coats the grape in it. I don't know. You know the sour grapes they sell at Costco? I bought them once. My kids didn't like it, but they do like making the Jell-O grapes. So I feel like that's a similar vibe. Okay, on to a couple of new items that they had at Costco. This carne asada. This will be a quick, easy dinner one night. I'll just make some rice on the side, a vegetable, and boom. Hopefully it's good. I don't know how good it is. It's new. Carne asada seasoned beef slices. It is keto. You get 32 ounces in here in 2 separate packs. Like, I mean, look at the marketing on this. Yeah, I'm about to just dream about this until we eat it, okay? You can serve it a variety of ways. Just over rice, wrap it in a burrito, put it in a corn tortilla, onion, cilantro. It's so simple, no skill involved at all, especially since it's like already done for you. You know, that's the joy of convenience dinners sometimes, especially during summertime. I feel like we're just trying to pack it all in, pack it up, pack it in, let summer begin, because before we know it, it's gonna be fall. And if you saw my Costco shop with me, you already saw a few fall items. And I'm like, ugh, back to school is already out at the stores. And I'm just like, I'm sorry, we haven't even like taken a vacation yet, okay? Also, this hum, my family has fallen in love with this, mostly Alex. It has less sugar, it is blackberry, it's the hum probiotic kombucha. It's an 8-pack and he really likes it. To me, it tastes like wine and it's like personally not my vibe, okay? But he really enjoys it and it's got some good stuff in there, so I encourage it. Also, one of our friends told us that the Hum brand has like different kind of flavors. You guys, this is a new realm for me. Looking at kombucha and probiotic stuff. I'm just trying to get all the probiotics in my family. Apparently, the whole like treating your gut health or treating your health, everything starts in the gut. You know what I mean? Apparently, that's true. So I'm just doing what I can. Like yo-yo hit me, I'm living beneath the soil. I'll be back, but I'm coming as oil. What's that movie from? Name that movie. Anyway, have you seen these? I have never in my single life have I. Go squeeze. It's puddings with a Z. Go squeeze puddings. I don't understand it. I don't understand the marketing behind that. They're like, you know what we need? We need to make it a Z on there. We need to throw that in there. The kids are gonna love it. Go squeeze. Look at their little mascot. By the way, this is chocolate. If you're thinking, hey, what kind of pudding is that? Or what kind of applesauce is that? It's not. It's pudding. It's made with real milk. Apparently, it is like, I don't know, you get 20 pouches in here. Something on the back said something. I can barely read the ingredients. If you can, you let me know. I'm just kidding. It's still blurry. I legitimately cannot read that. My eyesight is far too bad. I see the word chocolate, maybe. I can't even make out the word ingredients. Maybe that says milk. That's about all I've got. Okay, it's like it's too light of a background. I can read this down here. Oh, you can't. I'm so sorry. I'm the worst. Anyway, I can read this, not that. Here are the nutrition facts if you're interested. But they've also got, you know, no spoon mess. Okay, pro. No preservatives, it's gluten-free, BPA-free, and it's kosher. So, there we go. I'm gonna see if the kids like this. I don't know if I should store it in the fridge, in the pantry. I'm gonna store half and half, see how they feel about it. I also grabbed a watermelon. I'm gonna cut this up for tonight, so we'll have watermelon, salad, and then I'll let you know what else, okay? And I'm gonna juice for tonight, hopefully. Oh, maybe some pierogies, because these look dang good. First time I've ever seen them at Costco. And they're potato and cheese. Love a good pierogi. I'm about to throw these on. There's 3 different packs in here, so they stay fresh if you just want to make like a little bit at a time. Here are the nutrition facts. If you want to check that out, it does have milk, egg, soy, and wheat. So there it is. If you are meat-free, I feel like you might like those. I don't really know. Also, coconut milk. You know, I thought we had some of this. Turns out we don't. I almost got 2 boxes of this, but I had like the... What's the salt you put in your water softener? Whatever that is, some kind of pellets. I had that in the cart, you guys. Like, it was 100 pounds. I'm like pushing it around. It was so heavy. And then adding that, I was like, forget it. I had a full cart and then trying to push it and stop it when people were trying to, I was like, you know, I gotta get out of here, okay? Anyway, it's not even that heavy, but I just felt like, I got enough to deal with right now. There are 6 quarts in here, and I feel like that will tide us over until my next trip to Costco in a week, because I typically go once a week nowadays. And then I have some more food for tonight, chicken Alfredo. Yeah, could I have made chicken Alfredo? Heck yeah, I could. But did I? Nah. The pasta, all the cheese, all the sauce, and the chicken, I'm like, yeah, it'll probably cost me about 20 bucks right there. And look, sometimes when I make this, it's so, I'm salivating so much I can barely. So it has so much sauce in it that I can add more noodles to it, and then I can kind of like make it stretch even further. So there's a little hack for you, especially with the mac and cheese. I do that a lot. I add literally an entire extra box of noodles to it, and no one notices a difference, okay? And we're all out of Ghirardelli brownie mix. This is our favorite brownie mix, but I will say the other day I made these, and yeah, these are giving the Ghirardelli a run for their money. This is so dang good. This is me like picking at it a little bit at a time. Don't judge me. I stinking love brownies. These are so soft, so fudgy, so delicious. Sometimes you just don't want to make homemade, especially when it's Brownie Friday and you do something fun with the family all day and you come home late and then you have to make dinner and then it's Brownie Friday and you forget and then you have to put the little ones to bed and all of a sudden your little ones are in the kitchen making brownies. And that's why I love Ghirardelli, and they hit every single time. Everyone loves a good Ghirardelli brownie mix. Okay, actually someone told me to try, I think it's the purple box. So I need to give that a try. I also got these rice ramen noodles, okay? My kids love a good ramen noodle. And by that, I mean the 25-cent ones, okay? So good is subjective. But I figured I'll try these out. I feel like they've gotta be healthier than the 25-cent ramen. I don't know. And these are still a decent price because you get 12 packs in here. And I think it's around $12. 8 grams of protein in each one. I'm not sure if we can compare this to the other ramen noodle packet. Like, you guys know the ramen noodles that I'm talking about. So I'm not sure if they're comparable, if, you know, the other ones are just as good. But the ramen noodle propaganda, everyone tells me it's horrible, full of chemicals. It's not even real food. So I don't know. I'm just trying to do my best over here. I will tell you, my kids stinking love it. And they're real happy whenever we do buy that. Cup of noodle too, okay? That's the summer staple that I have yet to buy this year. This actually is something that I got, and the kids love it. Again, it's a lot pricier, but this has more in it. So it's got vegetables, it's got chicken, it's got herbs in there, some green onions, it's got the good stuff, and it's, I gotta tell you, absolutely delicious. And my kids love it, everyone loves it. It's a nice, convenient meal, and it's got 20 grams of protein in there. So I'm like, okay, check, check, check. Hopefully it'll fill their bellies longer than, you know, the other noodles, but I'm sure, again, they probably like the other ones just as well. You could save a couple bucks that way. Hey, for weeks now, at least, if not months, I thought Costco no longer sold this because every time I went, I saw the enormous red plastic wrap, and I was like, where the heck is it? And I kept thinking this was tinfoil. I don't know why. And then finally, I used my Hooked on Phonics skills and read the label, and I was like, oh, this is the plastic wrap with the easy, you know, the cut thing where you, it's amazing. It's ingenious the way that they put that together, and I'm so happy to have that back in my life. I also grabbed some balsamic vinegar. I need some of this. I rarely use it, so I feel like this is a lifetime supply, but if I have it, maybe I'll be more inclined to use it. Our neighbor is a huge fan of this balsamic vinegar, so I feel like whenever he comes over and we're having something that pairs well with it, now we have it for him. And then I got some sharp cheddar cheese. Again, I told you I might make some broccoli cheddar soup, so that's what I got that for. I also grabbed some pure vanilla. This, to my surprise, was only $10 for this massive container of it. I do have my homemade bottles, but those I'm hoping to save for Christmas gifts just because I made them, they look cute, they're cutesy, and honestly, they probably cost more than $10 each to make. So they will be used as a Christmas gift, okay? And then I grabbed these. I thought these were really interesting. These space balls, they were new to my eyes. The brand is Lesser Evil. They're made with avocado oil, and they're still like a treat, a snack, a chip kind of thing. So they have space balls, like cheese balls. They've got Cheetos, but they're called Crunchy Cheesemos. And then Funyuns, but Moonions. Okay, intergalactic planetary. I also grabbed some Honest juices, and literally I got home and Wentworth was like, finally! I was like, seriously, kid? Okay, what do we have in here? Oh, you can write messages on the back for, if you're putting them in lunches. As you can tell, my kids already got into these. They love them. We used to not buy any juices, but since we host a ton, I like to keep our little fridge out there stocked with juices and seltzer waters and then just waters. And we like the Honest brand, so that's what I go with. And then of course, I grabbed some sticky rice. Not of course, I rarely buy this, but I got some sticky rice. We have lentils. It's just a quick, easy lunch for the kids to make themselves. They can throw it in the microwave, 90 seconds, I think this is. The lentils are 60 seconds. And what's funny is I debated buying this because I just got some rice in a pouch from Thrive Market. So that will be in a couple of days. I just ordered it today and I was like, you know what? The more the merrier, you know? So anyway, that is the haul. Yeah. Hey, oh my gosh. I still have yet to meal plan. It hasn't really been a priority for me lately. I kind of just wake up and fly by the seat of my pants. And that just pretty much sums up summer. I should be better about it. I could be better about it, but I'm not. And I'm trying to just like go with the flow and be okay with not having everything nicely planned out. And let's be real, like how often do I actually have that happen? You know, I feel like when we're in more of a routine, it's more important for me to like make sure I have my meals planned out, because then, especially during, you know, after school activities and sports and all the things that they do, it's a lot more likely if we're out and about and then it's, you know, the sun's going down. We're like, oh crap, what's for dinner? Oh, I didn't pull anything out earlier today. You know what I mean? Like in the busyness of it, I feel like summer is a lot more low key, a lot more relaxing, even though we're still doing plenty of other things. So anyway, that's when meal planning really is important for me to do during the super, super busy times, because if I don't have something ready to go, I'll be more inclined to say, oh yeah, let's go through the drive-thru, and $80 later, and I wish I was exaggerating, okay? The other day, actually, I saw some kind of like, what are they called? It's not a reel. Yeah, it is a reel on Instagram, whatever. It was real short, whatever it was, TikTok, if you're on that. Same kind of stuff. And it was this lady and she's like, let me show you how I feed my family of 6 with $30. You know what I mean? $30. I was like, all right, check it. Show me, lady. I need all your tips. Literally 30-piece nugget, which is like $16, which is what we always get. But then she got one thing of mac and cheese, which was like, I don't know, $5. And then one thing of fries, or maybe 2 fries. And then boom, $30, because fries are like what, $5 each, something like that. So you're telling me that all the comments were like, so each person got like 5 nuggets, 2 fries, and a teaspoon of mac and cheese. Like, is this the meal? Is this the appetizer? You know what I mean? So if you eat like birds, I suppose you can feed your family at a drive-thru for $30. Where's the rest of the meal is what my family would be asking. I get a 30-piece just to split, just to like, for the little ones mostly. But I could tell you our Chick-fil-A order, but that's complete nonsense. It has no bearing whatsoever. But I will tell you, it is more than $30, okay? It is at least $60 if we're getting the bare minimum. Which is why I do my best to try to avoid it in meal plan. That's why I think it's so important to like say, it saves so much money, okay? Even if I'm making salmon, it still saves money. I mean, maybe not salmon, but you feel me. Maybe it's if it's from Costco. But anyway, you get what I'm trying to say. It saves my sanity. It saves a little bit of money, if not a lot bit. So I typically try to do that, but also I fall off the wagon way too often. So I try to keep it real. It's whatever. I do my best. Okay, so this night we are having people over, much like every other night of my life. It's very nice. I very much enjoy it. I am a hosting kind of gal. Not sure if I chose the hosting life or the hosting life chose me, but I love it nonetheless. So I decided to put a little treat board together. I scoured my pantry. I was like, what is in here that I can just throw out? I found some lemon bars that were still good. They expired like a week from now. I was like, this is perfect. I can throw these out. Some chocolate bits that I got from Costco several weeks ago. I haven't even seen those back in the store. So I was like, okay, I can get rid of this bag. You know what I mean? Just going through things that we don't typically reach for, but I know other people might enjoy just as well. So put some of those out. These protein bars, the one protein bars that are inspired by the Reese's. What? No, that's a no for me. I don't like them. Other people said, oh, they're so great, so fantastic. Absolutely love them. So take that with a grain of salt. I much prefer the Built Puff bars, but they're very sweet. Like they're, even though it's like 0 sugar, 1 gram of sugar, I don't know what it is, but it's like a dessert bar for me. I very much enjoy it. The peanut butter ones, I was like, ugh, it's like a Tootsie Roll texture kind of thing. And maybe that's just what I don't like about it. I don't know. So you might love it. The pot stickers, these aren't pot stickers. They are potato. What is this? I completely forgot what they're called, but I made those. Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. I can't remember. I threw those in, burnt half of one of them. That's okay. I can't, with kids, you get dragged over here and sidetracked and hey mom, look at this, help me with this, open this, come over, you know what I mean? So, left those a little bit too long. That's okay. I also warmed up the chicken Alfredo. It said to cook it in the oven for like 40 minutes. I said, no, thank you. I'm not doing that. So I just put it in a pot on the stove, put it on low for about 10 minutes. It was warm. It was like popping actually. So maybe 7 minutes would have been okay. But anyway, it was perfect. Fed the family. And then I said, Eleanor, what do you want to make? And she said, chocolate chip cookies. That's her specialty. So she whipped up some chocolate chip cookies to add to the treat bar or board. And then I was trying to grab a bowl down because I had some chips I wanted to put out, and the bowls broke. My favorite flamingo bowls. That's okay. Actually, my wooden bowls recently broke. I actually need to add that to, I have a running list on my phone of like things to buy, and I need to add bowls to it, like chip bowls. Okay, because my wooden ones broke. It's so sad. And they're up high in a cupboard, and I feel like it's probably my fault. Like, I've got butterfingers. Sometimes they slip out of my hands and then they hit the ground. I'm like, oh, it'll be fine. No, it's not fine. Like shatters. Okay. So anyway, I loved the wooden bowls. I know I have one left. I don't know where it is, but I'll keep my eyes peeled at TJ Maxx, Home Goods, that kind of place. That's where I normally get them. And well, obviously I always look at the thrift store too. It's harder to find things like that. They usually have a lot of glass. And I try to stray away from that. Like I'm breaking plastic over here. I'm breaking plastic and wood. Don't trust me with glass, all right? I say that as I'm filling this ceramic watermelon bowl, but this was just too cute to pass up. So it's a perfect summertime dish for serving really anything, pasta, salads, what have you. But of course, it was screaming for some watermelon, and this was such a good watermelon. Loved it. I like it like this, where it's on the crispy side. It's not mealy. It might not have as much flavor as I don't know, ones that are a little bit darker, but I don't care. I love it like this, nice and crisp. So I filled that bowl up with watermelon. Eleanor is working on her chocolate chip cookies she threw in the oven, and those came out to perfection. You guys know I have an all-time favorite family chocolate chip cookie recipe. The secret ingredient is a vanilla pudding pack. What are those called? It's not a pot sticker. It's a pierogi. Hey. Hey, I got there. I'm pretty proud of myself for that. Thank you so much. All right, there's the treat bar board, and I did make some juice. I doubled the juice. We were having a couple friends over, and I typically make juice like, they see me drink it, and they're like, last time they were here, they said, hey, what's in that? Can I try some? And I was like, yeah, I hope you don't get sick. I don't know what to tell you, So they tried it. Oh, I really like it, but it was just a sip. So this time I doubled the recipe and shared it with a few friends. They said they really enjoyed it. And I was like, heck yeah, this is my #1 top juice. So I keep making it over and over again. So, yep, doubled that recipe. Had to strain that. And I got along to tidying up my fridge. This is not a full fridge clean out. I just needed to put all of the eggs in here that I had, completely emptied the box, which doesn't typically happen. So I was really happy about that. I do not like those yogurt things. It's like a yogurt with cake. And for me, I was like, ugh. I don't think I've fed it to the kids yet. So to be determined. I used to be a yogurt gal. It's a great, easy way to add protein to your diet. Like yogurt every single morning with berries and granola. That was my life.
for years. I think I just got burned out on it, honestly. I don't even know. But I don't even eat it anymore. I'm like, ugh, I don't like it. No, thank you. And now I feel like breakfast is so hard for me anyway. Anyway, I think that's more of a treat. So I'm going to throw that maybe in the freezer. Maybe it's supposed to be frozen. I'm not really sure. It was in the refrigerated section at Costco, but maybe because since it's yogurt, you could freeze it. The kids might like it that way as a treat. So I'm going to keep on trying. And I'm just tidying up the fridge a little. I took a couple leftovers that, obviously had no more life left to it. So it freed up a little bit of space in my fridge for some of the Costco finds. And then I went to my pantry. I feel like this is so overdue. My pantry was in absolute shambles, especially because it's summer. The kids are in and out of here. I really need to restock my cans. I'm making like a mental note. Next time I go to the grocery store, I need to do like a huge restock of, just supplies. I need more flour. Do I need more flour? Yep, see, I don't even know. I do need a lot of canned goods down there. Sorry, I'm having trouble. Something's in my throat. And other things. And I figured, you know what? I need to just go through this. Every time I look in the pantry, I get overwhelmed. I can imagine my kids feel the same sense when they walk in here trying to look for something, but are unable to find it because everything is just a mess. Okay. So I took a little bit of time out of my day to deal with this. And a lot of these packages, like those crackers, I ended up getting rid of later because they were open. And I was like, I literally couldn't tell you when we served these. Probably Easter. I'm not exaggerating. Probably Easter or not even Mother's Day, Easter. So I got rid of some things that I knew were not good anymore, that had been opened for way too long, especially the chips. Sometimes we'll, have people over and they'll bring a bag of chips and then I'll put them out. If they don't all get eaten, I'll put them back in the bag. But it's not like a bag of chips that we would typically buy. So my kids don't really eat it, unless I intentionally put it out next time we have someone over. So I need to be better about doing that. But for now I'm not, and I'm doing my best. So we did have a lot, like you can see the bins back there are overflowing with things. In the beginning, when I first started in the pantry, I tried to show you a bag of, what were they? Pickleballs. Like pickleball chips, but they're in the shape of pickleballs. So adorable. Oh, they're dill pickleballs or something like that. So the brand is... Oh, what's the pickle brand? It's not Heinz. It's kosher. It's not kosher. Something with a K. K-O. Maybe it's got an H in it. Definitely has an S. You know what I'm talking about. It is literally on the tip of my tongue. This is going to drive me absolutely bonkers. Hey, that's some moldy tortillas in my life. So thank you so much. That is from the summer party. Whoops. Forgot about those. Didn't eat them up. That's okay. Life goes on, and they didn't eat as much as I thought they would at the summer party, of the tortillas anyway. So I got rid of those. I'm still thinking of the pickle brand. What's the pickle brand? When you go to buy pickles, you're like, ooh, it's not gherkin. It's gonna drive me crazy. I know you're screaming it at me. It's not. I'm going to Google it. That's how crazy it's driving. Okay, it's actually not KSH at all. I'm thinking of the word kosher over and over. No, they're Vlasic. I was not anywhere close to that. Vlasic pickles. And now I'm thinking, I don't even know if that's the right brand. But anyway, it said it on the bag. Those were fantastic. So if you find those anywhere, someone brought those over and they had 2 bags of them. They didn't like them, ended up leaving them here. So again, a great reminder. I need to put them out next time we've got people over because it's a massive bag. My kids like them, but I'm not going to open them for my kids to just, they'll go bad before they can get through all of them, I mean, challenge accepted for them, honestly. But, so that's really nice. I needed a space to put those. And right now I'm going through the spices and just all the random stuff up here. I had some empty boxes of, I think, Oreos and just random stuff. You know what I mean? I feel like especially during summertime, the pantry just gets so out of hand. Everyone's home all the time. They're eating 75 times a day, which I totally get because that's how I feel too. And I often think I need to bulk up all of the homemade items. I should jar more and I guess the proper term is canning more and, making everything from scratch and homemade. And while I do make sourdough bread every once in a while, and I do can some jams every once in a while, I could be better about it, but I also feel like whenever I watch people who are like homemade kind of things, like I found one dude on Instagram. Let me see if I can pull up his name. I found him pretty recently. From Scratch with Bob. He's absolutely amazing. The things that he makes, but I'm like, this is literally his whole identity. It takes all day for him to do things like this, and sometimes when I find myself comparing, I'll be like, I bet he doesn't have 5 kids. And that is factual. Okay. Not to make an excuse for myself, but just did. Boom, did it. And I just have to remind myself, like, everyone has different circumstances and all that good stuff. So for me, it's more of a coping mechanism. Like, oh, don't feel bad about yourself. Look at everything else that you're dealing with. And one day you will have more time in your life and more of a mental capacity to do things like that more often. And even though that is something that I strive for, and I do try to make like homemade snacks and homemade granola bars and you can go on and on. It's just not a constant. It's not like, oh, we constantly have this homemade stuff. You know, I mean, I'm constantly making different things. You know what I mean? Like I cook all the time and I bake all the time, but I don't have I don't even know what it's called. Whoa, the sky looks crazy outside. It's about to thunderstorm. Man, these are some of my favorite days. But I don't have a pantry fully dedicated to like, here are all of my canned goods. You know what I mean? I looked up one time like, oh, I should can my own black beans and save so much money. And yeah, you will maybe, but after you buy the equipment and the jars, you know what I mean? So the initial investment I feel like is higher, but over time, if you continue to do it, you will save money. They're right about that. But for now, and I do have everything. I just really get worried about canning stuff. People freak me out. They're like, oh, make sure you don't get botulism. Make sure you do it the right way. And then I obsess over it and I'm like, okay. And then I watch like 20 videos and then I do it, but I'm still like, oh, did I do it right? Are we going to get sick? Is someone going to die? You know? So it's so layered. I do my best. One day I will do more of it is the moral of the story. But my encouragement to you is like, hey, if you're doing your best and living your life and your family is happy and fed, that's truly all that matters. That's baseline, right? So that is my goal for summertime, especially, and for life. And yeah. Actually, I just got motivated. You motivated me in this moment. Let me know what you make that is homemade, that is a constant. Like, do you wake up every morning and you're like, I'm going to make Dutch baby pancakes? You know what I mean? I would love that. But most mornings I wake up and I'm like, breakfast. I have to make breakfast for everyone. Because some days I just don't feel like it. I just don't want to. And that's when yogurt comes in handy. I'm like, oh, you guys want yogurt? Done. Even though it came from a store and I didn't make it homemade, which I'm sure is probably easy to make homemade, you know. Okay, well, there's that. Let me know what you make homemade and maybe you'll inspire me to make all those things myself. Maybe I just have to start my homestead again. You know, I just got to pull out all my supplies and get that going. It's on my list of things to do, as a matter of fact. The past few months I've been really thinking hard about it. I've been thinking about it and I feel like that's the first step, right? Get in the right mindset and then you just got to put it all to action. And that's what I'm getting at. So, maybe once the kids get back to school and really it's just like the first month of school that is more low key. And then the sports start and the chaos begins. But I feel like that's what I thrive off of. Some days when we're not doing much, I'm like, what do we do today? There's so much, you know, because there's always a million things on the to-do list. And hopefully eventually I get to redoing Wentworth's room now that they have fully finished the closets. I'm so excited to show you guys. I actually measured this morning Eleanor's like window seat. It is so big. So I was looking online. I was like, oh, maybe I can just buy one. Well, first of all, it has to be custom. Most of them do, depending on what size. And because I'm joking, you can pick out whatever color that you want and what kind of, what style that you want. And then some of them don't even go up to the size that we need because hers, I guess, is pretty large. The window is large, so we wanted to obviously fit under that. 80 inches is what I need apparently, and that is expensive. So that's my goal. I need to get that underway, and then the upstairs. And then, well, I have a lot of things on my running to-do list. So, but those are top priorities for now before, oh my gosh, you know what got me before the school year starts? You know what got me? First of all, that there was a bag open of lentils or whatever it was, Pompeii potatoes. Pompeii? Yeah. I watched something about Pompeii this morning, so I guess that's on my brain. But anyway, open, just open. I guess they didn't finish it all, so they thought, oh, I'll put it back in the pantry. Oh my gosh, so funny. So, yeah. And then also there was an orange, not like the orange pieces. One of those was left open with the juice, so that got everywhere. And then of course the fruit flies were like, ooh, yeah, that looks good to me. Looks like I had a lot of fuzz on my butt. Okay, what was I going to tell you 4 seconds ago? I finally, after like a month of having that tab open on my desktop, I finally ordered all of the kids' clothes for the new school year. And they don't need a ton, well, that's subjective. Meredith needed a lot. She needed all new school dresses, a couple new shirts because they had some new designs that she really liked. They have a mascot that Meredith is like obsessed with. So they had the mascot on a few things. So of course she wanted like new shirts and stuff. So, and then Wentworth, he's growing. So everyone needed new things. And it's nice to have a couple of fresh items too. So I bought that. It was not free shipping. And when I tell you hundreds of dollars, I'm like, they should have, and the shipping wasn't it was $15. Like, of course, but when I'm spending that much money, shipping should be free. Okay, that's all I'm saying. I should not have to pay. Eat the cost. Okay. Oh my gosh. I just got to the checkout and I was like, are you joking? And it was not. It was not joking. No jokes involved. No kidding either. None of that. So that really bothered me. I don't know why. In this world now of free shipping on everything. And really, I ordered something for the kids' bedroom, I think, or something like that. I think it was a Pottery Barn piece. You guys never order from Pottery Barn. I'm not saying you never order. I'm saying I have never ordered. So I didn't know what to expect. I ordered something very expensive. It's like everything on Pottery Barn is expensive. So I guess I was expecting free shipping. Nope, absolutely not. No free shipping for them. I'm like, seriously, you can't just eat the cost? Just eat it. I have to pay for shipping too, on top of paying way too much money for whatever I just bought from you. You know what I mean? Oh, it's crazy. I guess that should, for me, I'm like, shouldn't that, if you reach a certain threshold, like, okay, I just ordered stuff from Shutterfly, my scrapbooks. It's whatever. Those are pretty expensive too. But in the realm of scrapbooking, not really. And I did get a good discount because things were on sale. Anyway, spent a pretty penny. Still no free shipping. Still paid for shipping. Each book too. It's not like a clump. What do they call that? Bulk. Where you combine it. No, they don't do that. It's like, oh, you get a book, that's $8. Oh, you got another book, $8 more for shipping. I'm like, but send them together, and I'm sure you're gonna save $9. You know what I mean? Anyway, that's one of my pet peeves. Apparently, I didn't really know that until I had to pay this morning, and I got annoyed. And I was like, are you joking? So, do you get annoyed when you have to pay shipping on something dumb? Like if you know what I mean? I'm used to, anyway, I could talk on and on about it, but I won't. Here is my pantry before and after. My gosh, it makes me feel so good walking in here now. Don't you ever just clean something and then you're like, ooh, this is fantastic, and then you walk into it?
I'm gonna put all this stuff away and maybe clean my pantry because it is an absolute disaster. But thank you guys so much for watching and hanging out. Hopefully I did those things already. If you want to subscribe, put a little happy in your day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.